Hi everyone, Marla Miller from marlamiller.com, critiquing my 48th quick query critique. This one comes from Australia. You know, I have a couple of followers from Australia, which I think is really cool. I also have one from South Africa, or maybe two from South Africa, which I just, you know, don't you love the internet? It's amazing. Okay, let's get to this query letter. It is, where's my glasses? We'll put these on because they don't slide off my face. Okay, Dear X, what would you do if you were a counterterrorism agent and you came face to face with the bomb maker who killed your sister 3 years ago? You know he's guilty, but right now your life and his are threatened by a forest fire that has you both almost encircled. Do you do the legally right thing, arrest him and get the two of you to safety, kill him on the spot, or disable him and leave him in an almost certain fiery death? I'm seeking representation for a 70,000-word terrorism thriller. Cameron Oakwood is an intelligence analyst in Melbourne, Australia. 3 years ago, his sister and nephew visited the dentist 2 doors from the office of a politician when an anti-immigration group set off a car bomb. The bomb maker was never identified. No one has been convicted over the case. Cameron's family blamed him for not warning her to stay away from that building because he knew the politician had received multiple death threats. Cameron has become brooding, disaffected with his workplace, and is unable to accept his family's rejection of him. And he is developing an addiction to booze and tranquilizers. His biting humor and intolerance of bureaucracy are making it difficult for those above him to tolerate him. Jodie Finch is an American FBI agent on an exchange program working in Australia with Cameron in the lead up to a major international sporting event, the Pacific Games. Jodie is attracted to some qualities Cameron possesses, his humor, sense of honesty, and ethics. At the same time, she is disturbed by his ruminations about his family and his not-so-covert addiction problems. She wants to help him, but is afraid of becoming involved with a work colleague, especially when she cannot solve his personal problems. A Japanese religious cult with branches in Australia plans to attack the games with a genetically engineered virus unless members of their group are freed from prison in Japan. As Cameron and Jodie track down the cult members in Australia, they make an unexpected discovery about the identity of the bomb maker and end up in a confrontation that may leave them all, cops and terrorists, dead. I live in Melbourne, Australia, where the book is set, but have attended the Blank Writers Conference for several years. The manuscript has been through several professional evaluations, each resulting in major improvements, and has had a recent thorough copy edit. The last manuscript appraisal and copy edit was done by, and he names, you know, an editor. If you're interested, I would be happy to hear from you sincerely. Okay. First thing right off the bat that I want to tell this author is that he never gave me the title of the book. Not once. So I don't have a title here. I know that it's a thriller. Okay, so that's a huge no-no. We want to put the title as close to the top as possible, and then what do we want to do? We want to bleed it through at least a couple of times. That said, I think that this query letter could use another edit because it's a little wordy. Did you catch that as I was reading it? That it was just a little too long, and it's quite dense. If I showed it to you, can you see this? No, maybe not. Anyway, it's packed. So I would say it's, you know, more like 450 words than 350, which we always try and shoot for that. So I would consolidate this. That said, I like it. And why do I like it? I like it because it's a thriller and it thrilled me. Simple. Lots of stuff going on here. We've got a guy who's, you know, a hero type, but certainly flawed. And we've got a love interest who doesn't want to rescue him, but can't help herself because he's so vulnerable. And we've got an old, you know, we've got an something that happened in the past that haunts him today, that dovetails into something that's happening today, that then dovetails into that thing that happened in the past. So we've got twist and twist, right? Okay, that's what we want to do. When we're reading thrillers, we want to just keep being thrilled. That's why we write thrillers, to keep turning that page, because we're, you know, at the edge of our seats. What's going to happen next? So I like it. But I do think that it's wordy, and I think that it could use a another edit. I would suggest, if he can, to perhaps consider opening this in present day and then flip it into Cameron's history. And I don't know, that might work. If he meets Jody up top, and then we find out the backstory, that might work a little better. And I don't know if you've tried this, but if you haven't, you might want to give that a shot. But I like it, and I think that you should do another rewrite of this. And if you would like to send it in again, there's a very small fee for it that's in my newsletter, but I'm glad to do it again. And look for agents and editors who are looking for thrillers, and tell us the title, because we really do want to know the title. But you know, I think this query letter has potential. Okay, until the next time, be well, keep writing.